Hey there, everybody. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Nomad, episode 22, Max Respect. So this is just a jam of zombies, not so much a jam of cars. Yeah, gasoline can spoil after like 3 to 6 months, unless you add fuel stabilizer to slow down oxidation. With that said, I think a giant underground gas tank that gas stations would have would not oxidize very quickly, because it's a huge volume of gasoline and a small percentage of that volume exposed to oxygen. And if the underground tanks, and I don't really know how they're set up, but if the underground tanks pump from the bottom, as long as the oxidized gasoline weighs less than the unoxidized gasoline, you would still be able to draw gasoline from an underground buried gas station tank for a long time, even if the top of the gas was spoiled or whatever. So 10 years later, yeah, it might be unrealistic that I'm driving around a car, but I hear people throwing around like, oh, gas will spoil in like 3 months. It's like, I don't know about that. I have a plastic can of gasoline in my shed for my lawnmower, but because the plastic can of gasoline is sealed, it's the same can of gas that I've had for like a year and a half, and it's fresh. You know, it's not sludgy like people would warn you about. And of course, homemade biodiesel is a thing, yeah. Yes, sir. No, I'm not really sure how to get gasoline from this thing. Is it drain gasoline from a tank? Oh yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Neat. Today I learned. So I'm not intending to tow this over to Mold 650 anytime soon, so I might as well just take as much gasoline as I can take. Topping up the large truck to its max. Oh, and it's maxed, I think. God, that's a scary sound. Yep. Oh, not the metal sheets. What is going on? I must be misclicking or something. What happened to all of my glove? Oh, it's still in my glove box of the Jeep, isn't it? These usually have hoses. Can you drive up to it? I don't know. That's a good question. I think the truck is not a nimble enough vehicle for me to try that with, though. Sticking the gas cans in here. There's a little bit of food back here, not much. Certainly not enough to keep me going for a while, so I'm going to need to get back to Mold 650 sooner than later. But I'll eat my beans. Oh. Cheers. Okay, I have all the spare engine parts. Repair engine. 58. Looking good. Alright, and the better of the two hoods here, I'll stick in. I'll also keep the other hood so I can do a hood swap if I need a backup hood. You're going to have to ask a petroleum engineer about how bad or quick gasoline would spoil in a gas station. I really don't know. I'm just speculating that given that it's an oxidization process, it doesn't happen that quickly when it's a high volume of gas. That's just my speculation, but I suspect that to be true. Well, who knows? Whatever. This is a video game, and I don't really care what's true in real life and what isn't, because I don't need my video games to be perfectly realistic. They'd be pretty boring, because, you know, there wouldn't be zombies if it was perfectly realistic. Almost every time someone makes a YouTube comment of like, well, the game mechanics aren't true to life, I'm like, true to life? There's zombies. Did you forget that this is a game with zombies? Because I'm pretty sure there aren't zombies in real life. I may have to do a bit of towing of the electrical container thing here. Where's the trunk on this thing? Yeah, one game that a lot of people were complaining that it wasn't realistic was Stationeers, and it's like, oh my god, I would not want Stationeers to be realistic. You know how boring it would be to try to be a one-man person setting up a base on on another planet? Like you'd like weld two panels together and then you'd die. If it was realistic, it would be awful. So bring on the anti-realism. Oh yeah, here's all the stuff that I thought was in my glove box. Of course. I'm just dumb. Okay. I think the crowbar was supposed to... No, that was a spare crowbar. Never mind. Why don't I push the other things you have to haul so that you save time? The days of me taking you seriously, Chemo, is really coming to a middle, to quote Malcolm Reynolds. Sorry, trailer. You know, I might have a better chance of getting across on the train tracks. Don't forget my buckets of water. Yep. I won't. Jackknifing. Whoa, look at that. Wobbly wobble. Gunning for the throttle. Yes, there are trees, but it eventually will dump out to not trees. I hope. We'll see. It's an experiment. Journal's done. Disinfecting the spare bandages. Good. And then pouring these into my bottles. Okay. If you want the mod list, just type !mods. It gives you all the mods that I'm currently running. So you needn't ask one by one. So it's 4 p.m. I have 4 more hours. I think it's just going to be reading some mechanics books. But seeing that I'm taking off here, might not be a terrible idea to make sure that there's nothing like laying about that I don't want to lose. You know what? I'm going to spend this time towing a valid path with the black pickup, so I can just take the actual bridge. Or I'm going to do like a 1,000-point turn. Let's see if I can drive back around. Oh, come on, I didn't hit. Whoa, this thing can't even like go up on the tracks. Oh man, it is struggle bus. I guess it's realistic, right? Like an 18-wheeler wouldn't do a very good job off-road. Oh, my windshield's already busted. You joking me? Sheesh. God, can you imagine an all-wheel drive truck? How many engines would it have? All of them. Alright, Jim Beam, it's time to move. So yes, you can refuel from the tank here once you're towing. I don't know if you can drive up next to it, but when you're towing it, it does work. So now I have a full gas tank. I did refuel while the car was running, though, so, you know, that's ill-advised. Unless you like combustion. Alright, I should learn to drive here. I need to focus. So there's, I don't know, 6 things for me to move off this bridge. It does give you an idea of how wide the truck is compared to the other vehicles and how clunky it is. Alright, it's almost 8 p.m. Trying to catch the radio station here. Oh, got it in time. Nice. So you know what would make this trip difficult? A chopper. I looked away. I don't think it said choppers are inbound. I hope. Hey, Tusk, what's up? Come here with your butt. Here. Come on. Here we go. It was a reach. I'm doing a pretty poor job of parking these vehicles, I think. Oops. So yeah, as chat was explaining, it would be harder because choppers... Oh, great. Are they fast right now? What time is it? Oh! They are fast. Well, you aren't. Yeah, it's not slow zombie time yet. I forgot about that. Yeah, the way choppers work is they try to find the player, and if they do, they sort of circle around you for a while, and the noise that they make is so loud that they end up drawing zombies to you from kind of everywhere, and they'll build a giant horde to kill you. So choppers are sort of a difficulty mechanic in this game. Normally in Zomboid, choppers happen only once, somewhere between day 7 and 30 or something like that. But I have choppers happening like roughly once a week on this challenge for the difficulty. Yeah, I don't have enough propane to clear the bridge wrecks with metalworking material. I don't even have propane to clear one of them, let alone multiples. Otherwise, I would've. Question for you. Should I use the pickup to clear the last wreck site? Yes or no? So should I use this pickup to clear the last wreck site, or should I chance it and just go with the truck? Going with the truck is probably faster, but if it's blocked, it kind of sucks, because I won't be able to get where I want to go. And then going with the pickup is more of a guarantee that I'll be able to tow things out of the way. Now, with that said, I can ditch the trailer here. Actually, I don't know if the Peterbilt can tow standard things. I think it can. if memory serves. I think I tried it once as an experiment. Now, the last wreck site wasn't too congested. There was only maybe like 3 or 4 cars that needed to get moved. It looks like using the pickup is going to be the thing we do. I'll quit pulling for it. What to do next? Go find propane. Further repair the engine of the truck. Scavenge Moldra. Spend a day reading books for the XP boost or viewer suggestions. These zombies here won't be fun to drive through with the truck either. I don't think it's going to zero out the engine, given that the hood's durability is pretty decent, but it's going to cause some damage. I might want to clear some of them out by hand prior to try to spare the long-range vehicle from unnecessary damage. I'm just taking a quick look to see if there's any heavy-duty vehicles here with good hoods that I could grab a hood off and switch to this pickup. This factory that I just did a UE around would also be a good location for propane in the future. All right. How are we looking? We are coming up on it now. Oh boy. So much road to cover. Oh! I feel very uneasy driving at this speed and frame rate. And I'll leave that pole up above my head for until I get over to Mall 650 with the truck. I suppose one other thing I could include there is to haul the fuel or mobile generator over. Well, I'm hungry, but this person drank on the job. Wow, 97%? Oops, that was a smash. Whoopsie daisy. I meant to replace it. There we go. Now the pickup will survive a little bit longer. Yeah, I meant to uninstall it, not just to smash the windshield out, but the windshield was only like 72 or something like that percent. It wasn't phenomenal, so not a big loss. And now with a fresh hood, I can smash a few more zombs, because this wreck site has a few zombies around that need killing. And there goes my fresh hood. It's worth noting how delicate car hoods are if you don't have protection. So hooking the truck or Jeep up with protection for tires and hoods and things like that is probably pretty important. Oh, he had a machete. I mean, I have a machete. Ooh, that's like a pristine machete too. Maybe at some point when my maintenance skill is a little bit higher, I'll work on my I'll work on two-handed blade skill. Oh god, this car is like driving on ice. I feel like I'm filming some sort of Disney on ice here. I just wanted to use this vehicle to do some of the runovers and then to strip it for parts. Its battery is 97%. That's kind of nice. Toss that bad boy into the Jeep. Hello. Alright, just a little bit more towing. Oh, come on. So I'll just call this now. It looks like we're going to be scavenging Muldra. And I think the first place I'm probably going to want to check out in Muldra is that small warehouse. Not because it has propane, but just it's likely to be one of the most useful for equipment for me. So I'll head there. Hook up quick. You got a zombie on your 6. Probably just one more vehicle. And we'll have a clear-ish path through. Just that guy right there. Because I don't think there were I'll check a little bit further up to make sure that this was the only segment of blockage. But I think this is it. Hey, Quirby. Howdy back to you. There was a wreck closer to Muldra, but all of the cars were all on one side of the road, so they weren't actually in the way. If I recall. There's a little bit of a wreck right here. But it's a pretty clear path, as you can see. Yeah, it's not going to stop, because I had already cleared it. It's not going to stop the truck, I don't think. So let's get back to the truck. I'm also getting pretty hungry. And unfortunately, I don't think there's much to eat left. But I'll be back at home camp where I have all the jarred goods and ice cream and stuff like that in no time. Also, I would say at this point, the high volume of zombies that are up ahead, I ought to try to run over as many as I can that I think the truck can handle, so that they're cleared out so that the Peterbilt can get through. How's the bite and the weight? Bite's still dirty. Weight's 80 and dropping. This only just got dirty, I think. Bites in this game take an incredibly long time to heal, which is fair and makes total sense. If I hadn't changed the vanilla settings, they'd be fatal too. But this isn't obviously vanilla. So I'm trying to clear it out as much as I can with this temporary vehicle so that the truck doesn't get smashed to hell. But I might need to back over all these. Let me do that. Hope my tires have good durability. Just running over zombies like this, too. Hell on the tires. And if 2 pop, luckily it's nighttime, so if my tires popped, I likely almost certainly get away. But during the daytime, pretty fatal. More death donuts? Yep. It's definitely the safest way to clear zombies, because if you hit them from the front, you're doing engine damage, which breaks the car, disables it. Hitting them from the back, yeah, you ruin your trunk. But if you don't, you know, if it's a temporary vehicle, oh well. I feel like actually the act of reversing is drawing more zombies in than I'm killing at this point. So, I'm gonna get out of here. I also think I just lost my passenger window. Which means they can reach in and bite me. I don't want that. Uh-oh. Lost a tire. Okay. It is not easy to drive now. But I'm almost back to the truck, so it's all good. Yeah, it's a pickup trike, exactly. My unreliant Robin here. Turn! Oh, Jesus. I can't turn all that well. For reasons that might be a little obvious. Alright, what's left in here? Nothing in the glove? Yeah, we're good to go. Gotta raise that sprinting skill. Let's hope I make it. Well, that was a short trip. Come on. I've got... Okay, we're clear. Alright, what I want to do right now is to open up the hood and repair the engine even more. 71%. Yeah, this thing does wide turns. I got a lot of junk in the trunk. Everyone, prepare your ears. I'm gonna honk. It's so loud. I should have a zombie roadkill counter, huh? See how many zombies I get on my way back while I drink and drive. It's coffee, by the way, and not Irish. Uh-oh, 2. I'm only gonna count what hits the grill. If they walk into my truck, that's not on me. That's pedestrian seppuku. American Truck Simulator. Roll out. Autobots. It's much louder than you thought it would be. I warned you. I wouldn't warn you if it didn't live up to its potential. 3, 4. That one wasn't mine. I take no credit. Any blades sticking out of the sides? Well, that's the idea, is to eventually arm this thing up to be a menace. Starting to get drowsy. So let's hope I don't have to fight mano a mano. And the turn. This is what Truck Simulator was missing? Pedestrians? Or zombie pedestrians. At that point, it wouldn't be Truck Simulator. It would just be GTA 6, the Roadkill edition. That rock... Oh! Man, I can't stop either. Yeah, that's not a zombie, so that doesn't count. Carmageddon or Road Rash. Those are some classics. You know what'd be fun is if you could find a step truck in this game and gear it up like Sweet Tooth, the truck from oh man. From, oh my god, what is that game called? Hold on. Twisted Metal, yeah, thank you. Twisted Metal Black. Yeah, the Twisted Metal Sweet Tooth was awesome. You'd rather have Callisto? I'd rather have Axle. I'd rather just be so swole that I can hold an entire bulldozer wheels together and somehow propel through the power of ample beans or whatever. I don't even know how Axle worked. Axle, for those that do not know, was a selectable... So Twisted Metal was a battle royale game using cars, and Axle was just like a giant dude holding wheels together who drove around on like a unicycle, smushing people. Or things. I don't know. Alright, my hood doesn't look great, but it does look like it's not a totaled truck yet. I am running low on time, but we are almost at the Maldra leg of this. Oh, I think I'm going to get 6 here on purpose. 6. It's better to collide than try to avoid and get stuck. So in cases where there's no path through, I mean, you are in a giant 18-wheeler, just make a path. I do like how they bounce off the side panels. Boink. I will feel a lot more comfortable driving this and then the Jeep once they're armored up, though, because then the risk to the vehicle is a lot lower. It will almost certainly survive. Because the real risk to the Jeep right now, the lethal bumper is going to fall off soon, but the big risk to the Jeep is the tires. Because even if the lethal bumper keeps the hood intact, the tires are still getting shredded from these zombies that are getting road killed. Oh, 7. I didn't feel like swerving at high speeds to avoid that one. Ear warning. I actually figured out probably the mechanics behind the cursed house. I watched like a YouTube video about the migration mechanics of Zomboid. And if you live at the edge, if you live at the corner of a chunk where you are bordering 3 other chunks, you're going to get a lot more edge migration. And I believe that house was at a chunk 4 corners, which meant that it was just a super high trafficked area for zombie migrations. Which is why that house was so damn cursed. Because it was like, it was proper cursed. There's so many zombies that would just wander in constantly. Oh, 8. Purposeful, because I don't want to hit the cars. I am running out of time here. I can imagine the, like, hourglass losing sand above my head. Think I'll make it, though. Wow, driving past that bus just gives you an idea of how much larger this thing is than a bus. That bus looked tiny. Unavoidable 9. Uh-oh. Don't. Light post. Let me go. Didn't make a wide enough turn. That's my fault. I actually have to drive differently because of how wide the turns are with this thing. Where you swing out and then back around. Practice makes perfect. But the dangerous and difficult parts of this trip are done. All that's left is a little bit of side roads, and we're good and golden. Unless a chopper comes up. Let's listen to that radio. 11. The cursed house. So that was just the... Oh, Jesus. That was the Project Zomboid Man of Fire series, where I lived in like a little 2-story that was just constantly being besieged by zombies. It was a bad time. Living there felt more like a wave survival game than anywhere else I've ever lived. But you could probably Google, like, Project Zomboid chunk map to see where the chunks intersect. Mission cleared. Max respect. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Nomad, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 26th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rodamont.com or the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Adios, my fellow zombie survivors.